Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, everyone out there in here. I am Comey Nakomi, and this is Comey Nakomi World. We are back for a season 3, episode 3 breakdown of House of the Dragons. And of course, I am joined by my brother, Jew Jams. Man, what's going on with you, brother? I know it's late, but we out here to get it. What's going on?
Yo, the Maester himself. We here, baby.
We here, the Maester. That's the Maester himself. Yes. Today was a long but short episode today, basically, but we're gonna go over it real quick as much as we can, in a good amount of time. Please, before we get into it, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before. I really appreciate it. Share with your friends. This is always a good time to be here. Of course, we're gonna come back with a lot of other stuff, a lot of other reviews, but we really appreciate your time and your support, guys. But let's go ahead and get into it. This is episode 3. I don't think that they dropped. I didn't see a name for this episode yet. All I know that it's episode 3. Did they give it a name? Did you see a name for this episode?
I did not.
I did not either. So either way, it's episode 3. Basically, they're in King's Landing, and this is basically Rhaenyra figuring out how to rule. That's basically what's going on. But it starts out actually with Lord Ormond Hightower.
Rhaenyra's Triumph.
Oh, Rhaenyra's Triumph. Okay, that's the name that they gave it. Okay, because while I was watching it, I didn't see a name before. Rhaenyra's Triumph, episode 3. All right, so the episode starts out out in the field of battle, but no battle has taken place. It is basically Lord Ormond Hightower with his 15,000 men and Prince Daeron and his dragon, and they are meeting with Daemon and his 2 other dragon riders, the Dragon Seed. I think that is Orolf the White, and is also
Hugh Hammer.
Is that Hugh Hammer that was there? It's not Aaron of Hull. Okay. And Hugh Hammer, they're out there, and they are basically standing in wait for if Daemon says to do whatever they have to do. So Daemon goes up to them and basically tells them that he must surrender. Rhaenyra has the throne, so they need to surrender. So Lord Hightower very easily and quickly surrenders and offers his sword to them, and Daemon's just like, okay, that's good. That's what you're supposed to do. But we also need Prince Daeron to come with us, as a prisoner.
And he didn't want to concede, because actually, he's already starting to think like, damn, they told me to wait, they told me not to attack, they told me to sit still, and now all of a sudden Rhaenyra is in charge. How do I know this is even true?
Right. Exactly.
He said, yo, you could believe it or not. It's up to you. But the end result is y'all gonna get burnt if y'all don't. So
exactly. And I mean, if he knows Aemon like we know Aemon wants that smoke. Yes. Aemon was probably actually even like, yo, I hope y'all don't take this. I can basically go ahead and take y'all off the board.
Real quick. Because I mean, he's standing there by himself with 2 dragon seeds and 3 dragons, and he
no men behind him.
He got 15,000 men.
He went out there with 3 dragons, and he was and no other support. He's just like, hey, what you gonna do? He said, here's my sword. I pledge my fealty to Rhaenyra, the queen of the 7 kingdoms, basically, and hands over the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Niceties.
All the niceties. Oh my goodness. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, that was easy. Mm-hmm. Somebody hit the Staples button real quick. That was easy. So then they go back to King's Landing, and basically Rhaenyra, they catch up with Rhaenyra basically in her father's old bedroom, the king's chambers, and she is sitting there with Daemon, and she's reminiscing about their time when she was younger with her mother and her father in King's Landing, and she's also just dealing with so much just tragedy and just so much all the loss that she has incurred just to basically get where she is. That, and there's rats everywhere, bro. There are rats everywhere.
Oh my God. I mean, huge rats. Like these dudes, like, yo, it's on. Ain't no rat catchers out
He's like,
here. It's our turn.
we outside. We outside.
We outside, baby.
We outside, yo.
We outside.
It was just like, yo, they on the steps, they on the Iron Throne, they everywhere, bro. And Damon informs her, of the Hightower surrender, and they walk the castle, speaking of what comes next, basically. And she's just like, I need to get coronated, as the what's the name, and as the queen. And they meet Daeron in the middle of in the hallway, and he's real quiet. He doesn't say nothing. He doesn't look up at her. He doesn't want to look at her or nothing like that. And she's just like, yo, he's real quiet. Like, what's wrong with him? I guess he's he's inconsolable from the loss. So whatever it is, basically. So she's just like, all right, take him to his chamber. I don't got time for this. And
I'm sorry to cut you off. And one of the main reasons why they took Daeron is to take the other dragon off the board, take his dragon off the board.
Absolutely. And besides also that he is a quote unquote heir to Aegon, yep. Basically he would be a heir in line of Aegon, basically. So if Aemon and Aegon and Aemon are off the board, he would be the next in line. So basically they had to take him captive, but also Aemon basically, Daemon keeps telling her, you're gonna have to kill the kid.
He gotta go.
He gotta go. Plain and simple. I know.
He gotta go.
Yeah. But you're gonna have to kill him.
and that's one thing I will say about Daemon. He does stay within the order of chain of command, because if it was up to him, Daemon would have died on the field with Arthur Hightower. He would have killed all of them.
He would have killed all of them.
Stop playing these formalities. Stop playing these away games.
He would have came back. Exactly. He would have came back with Hightower's head and the little boy dead in his body, basically carried his body back. Mm-hmm. That's it. Plain and simple. So also, she runs into them questioning the Grand Maester, and he's defending himself like, yo, I don't know nothing. I don't know anything what was going on. They didn't tell me nothing. Yeah. And Lord Corlys, and he's basically speaking to Lord Corlys.
That dude be fighting for his life every episode.
Every episode, he's just like,
every episode. Is his head on the chopping block every episode?
Hey, I'm just the doctor. They don't tell me nothing, people. I don't know. Lord. I don't know why you think that they informed me of anything that was going on here. Basically, Lord Corlys tells her that they have removed the treasury from King's Landing, and they don't know what happened to it. They don't know where it is. The Grand Maester don't know where it is, and nobody knows where it is. And basically, she's just like, how much do we have left? And he's like, hey, you have enough maybe for 2 weeks. That's it.
Crazy.
That's just to take care of your court.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. If you, I believe in the books, they split it up in four.
And three.
They send some to Hightower. They send some to Castle Rock, and I think they send some over to the Iron Bank or something like that, or the Pentos,
the Iron
something
Bank.
Like that.
And of course,
real crime.
Aegon spent the rest.
Exactly. Real grimy. There's left. There was this. I always equate that to like a drunk that's getting thrown out of a bar, and he decides to break all the bottles on his way out. He just grabs some bottles off the bar and throws it out. Like, if I can't drink, nobody could drink. This wilding, son. This wilding. So they only have enough for 2 weeks, and there's many issues in the realm that has to be faced. There's food shortages. She's walking through the keep, and people are telling her about all kind of stuff. They're informing her about, okay, this is what's going on in the realm right now. There's food shortages. The Triarchy had some survivors that washed up on the shore, and now they're out there attacking villages and kidnapping women and wanting money from them. And the queen wants And the queen also wants a lavish coronation to basically show that I am the queen, and the queen needs to have a lavish coronation to show that she really is the queen. She can't have a threadbare coronation. But obviously, if there's no money, she can't get that.
Right.
So she says,
and she said actually something that told a tale of her delusion. I mean, she's talking as if the war is over, because she's talking about, yeah, we got to have a feast and we got to have a tourney.
Right, a tourney.
Vhagar is still out there.
Listen, Robert Baratheon. We can't have a tourney every three days, bro. We can't have a tourney just because it's Wednesday.
Can you imagine them having a tourney and Vhagar flies over like, yo?
Oh, they think shit is sweet. They think shit is sweet.
That girl said a tourney. I was like, yo, what kind of freaking comic book crap is this?
Yo, Vhagar just flew through and took out all of Daemon's entire garrison, son. How you gonna have a tourney? And they don't know where he is. Anyway.
And they don't know where he is.
And they don't know where he is. They just know that he was seen last in Harrenhal. They don't even know where he is from there. That you have a dragon as big as the World Trade Center, and you don't know where the hell he is, but you want to stop and have a tourney. Slow down. No snake. Slow down, or we call it gunslinger. You know, we gotta slow down real quick. So she says to send. She says to help out the realm. Basically, she says to send ravens to each house around the realm and tell them to send tribute. Basically, to try to supplement some of the money for the realm. Basically. Then they speak of Aemon, basically, who they said that was last seen in Harrenhal. And he basically took out Daemon's garrison and then basically also killed all the Strongs in the house, basically, but he hasn't been seen since. And they still don't know who Sheepstiller's rider is. So she says to send Baela out and go to see if they can find him and or Sheepstiller's rider. And basically offers a reward to whoever basically can find either one. Then for some reason, she is just like for some reason she just cannot stay away from Alicent, son. Every time she goes to see Alicent, it is. I'm just like, oh.
And none of this is in the book. Oh. None of this is in the book. Why they keep giving this girl speaking parts? I guess she done signed the contract to where she had to have a significant amount of speaking parts, otherwise she wasn't going to be in the show. But golly, when does this Alicent thing stop? She is the number one person why you are not the queen now.
It just builds to the delusion of Rhaenyra. Maybe that's just what they're trying to do. It's just like, bro, she's just like commiserating, kind of like, you know, feeling sorry for Alicent because, oh, you killed my father. You're damn right I killed your father. You lucky I didn't kill you and your daughter on top of it, bro. As soon as I saw y'all, it's because of you and your father why I and the entire realm is going through what they're going through right now. Don't tell me about no other bullshit. People outside there right now and they're starving, and you want to blame me because I started a blockade, bro. Wouldn't have did that if you didn't steal my throne, bro.
The realm was at peace,
complete peace, with all the dragons and all the people basically, and everybody was fine until you decided to open your mouth and spread rumors about me and whoever the hell my children were. All of it came from Alicent. All of it started from her father, but Alicent basically didn't have to open her big mouth. Anyway, so she goes to Alicent and her daughter to speak to them about the money, about if they knew where the money was. They was just like, yo, she ain't tell me nothing. It's like, you think the men told me anything? The men didn't tell me nothing. I'm just a captive. I'm captive to that all this as much as you are, plain and simple.
And how about Helena breaking in talking about, yo, are we gonna run away now? We told the guards we was running. Why are we still here?
She's just oblivious to everything that's going on. She's just like, I thought we can go free. I thought
we was gonna leave. I packed my good dress.
Exactly. Jesus. Hey, Helena, the adults are talking. The adults are talking.
Yeah.
The adults are talking. Please, Helena, please.
We're not harming any animals, Helena. Just go sit over there. Just go
exactly. So Rhaenyra tells them, listen, man, you can't leave until my reign is completely settled. So until all this foolishness is completely settled, y'all can't go nowhere. But when it's all settled, y'all can go. I'll let y'all go. So boom.
Yes.
So then she's basically talking to Mysaria, her master of whispers, mistress of whispers, mistress of whispers, and she tells her, "Listen, I need you to question."
Damon completely off guard, like who? What?
Exactly.
You giving our title?
Hey, women are working nowadays. Women are working. So she tells Mysaria to question everyone in the keep, basically to make sure that to weed out all the Hightower loyalists. She doesn't want no Hightower loyalists. And she said, "Hey, what about your small council?" And she's like, "Listen, I can't trust none of them. Matter of fact, they can stay right in Dragonstone where they at."
Give me one second.
Yeah, so basically, you know, she feels she's isolating herself a bit, but at the same time, she's not. She's surrounding herself with people that she feels that she can trust, pretty much, you know. So, you know, giving Drew Jams a little bit of time here. Please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so before, guys. This was a pretty interesting episode. It actually is very you know, to me, poignant of how hard it is to rule when you basically on the outside and you think that, oh, that's a job that I think I could do. But then when you actually get into the role and you have to actually lead people and take care of people's livelihoods, and you have people's lives in your hands, and you realize that, oh, it's not as easy of a job as you thought it was going to be. Speaks to certain, you know, certain situations that's going on a little bit in today right now. But so she meets with the Grand Septon right after that. She goes to the throne room. Whew, that was a little tense. It was a little tense, yeah. Man. So
she's taking some crap from some people.
Exactly. She's taking crap from everybody, from every single angle. And all she's just like, listen, I just want to take my throne. Why must you people bother me with your shit?
And they're really being rude.
And they're really being rude on top of it.
Because I don't think Dan Robert Baratheon would have been having this kind of back talking and people. What?
Robert Baratheon would have been standing there with his warhammer, like, say what now?
Make us an enemy at your own peril. My own peril.
My own peril. Let me show you your peril.
Let's talk about this.
I'll swing this hammer. I'll swing this hammer and make it your peril. Plain and simple.
Oh my God.
Which is funny because that's kind of what Daemon is basically telling her to do. Basically. So she meets with the High Septon in the throne room, and she's telling him, hey, you know, we're gonna have the coronation, but it's gonna be really, really small. Actually, we're just gonna skip the coronation. Can you just anoint me as queen, and this, so we could basically move on and legitimize? And he's just like, yeah, no, I can't do that. He's just like, Aemon, you know, she's just like, but Aegon's, she's just like, Aegon's dead, and he's like, I didn't see a body. Did you see a body?
You didn't call the sisters or nothing.
I didn't see a body. The sisters hasn't seen nobody. Until I see a body, I can't anoint another king. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, this is some bull, because he wasn't supposed to be king in the first place.
In the first place. You was there when she made when she was made the heir. Okay.
You were there when the king said that she was supposed to be the heir, and you anointed a whole separate person as the heir while I was still alive. But then you telling me that you're not going to anoint me as the true heir, as I have taken the throne?
Crazy.
Because you anointed the wrong person? That's wild, son. That's wild work. That's wild work. So basically, she informs him, you know, so they basically they're kind of at a stalemate, and she tries to basically, you know, a little bit kind of, you know, insinuate that, hey, I got dragons.
Right.
And he's just like, hey, don't. He's like, listen, dragons are foul beasts, and they should not even be here in the first place. So don't try to, threaten me with dragons. And so she leaves, and he's just like, hey, don't make an enemy of the faith. Don't make an enemy of the faith. You don't want that smoke. So she basically decides to leave. On that note, she decides to leave.
She walked away from a few people that was getting kind of real ratchet this episode. I was like,
real testy, real pressing.
A couple of heads should have been on spikes right now.
They real lucky because I can name several kings that would have been completely different. Tywin Lannister wouldn't have took that.
Joffrey wouldn't definitely have to not took that.
Joffrey wouldn't even. No. Cersei.
No.
Cersei would have looked at him and Cersei would have looked at him and laughed like,
"You be dead tonight."
We could get a new Septon. We could get a new Septon. We could get a new Septon.
Matter of fact,
you're tired. We can get.
You're out of here, bro. Today.
It's okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring the Septon from Castle Rock in. He'll take care of it. You go out to the countryside and retire. Then later on, this was awkward. You have Corlys. She's having dinner with Corlys, and he has his two sons there, Adam and Alan, and he introduces his sons to her basically, and she tells them how much she appreciates their efforts and their support in her, in the war, and he asks her to legitimize them because he wants to make Alan his heir, and she's just like, and doesn't really answer. She's okay. She doesn't really answer. And I was just like, oh, ish. Something's afoot. So later,
make an enemy of Corlys now.
Make an enemy of Corlys. That's a whole
gave
other
up
one.
His wife and his house. He lost his wife and his house for your cause.
And his house for your cause. Matter of fact, and his son. Because basically she married his son. And his son died.
And it's still in the air that his son was murdered.
Right.
And was washed, and his whole murder was pushed off to the side like it never happened.
Like it never happened. Exactly.
His legitimate son.
Sheesh. So Rhaenyra is basically just walking as people, just dealing with the heavy burden of being a ruler now, and she's seeing Jace in the hallway, still dealing with his passing. She's seeing Baela pass her in the hallway, and she says nothing to Baela, even though Baela looks like she wants to say something to her, but she's completely ignoring her. Either she's upset with her, or she just can't deal with it because of the grief basically that's going on with her.
Because she was one of the ones who defied her and went out to war when she was locked in the room.
Exactly. So it's a lot going on. So then she's in her, it's that night, and she's in her father's bedroom or in her room now, but she can't sleep there. So she decides to go and sleep in Daemon's rooms. So I mean, she spoke of ghosts at the beginning of the episode. Basically, there's a lot of ghosts in the keep, basically, and I could imagine, that's you're coming back to it for the first time since your father was alive, and she just has all those memories and her children, and it's just like it's a whole nother world now. It's a whole nother world. So the next day she's getting dressed to meet with the petitioners, and she's trying to choose what to wear. She can't really, wear anything too elaborate, or else basically they're going to be like, oh, you're flaunting your wealth in front of us. You know what I mean? So she decides to pick something, to show strength, but at the same time, not to be too elaborate. You know what I mean?
Not to be too flashy. Yes.
Exactly. So, I got you. So basically, and also on top of it, being a woman, we understand it just out of nowhere. It's the time of the month on top of it. It was, I'm just like, bro, on top of it, bro, I'm just like, God damn, dog. Even as the queen, God damn. Sheesh.
It's
Anyway,
the crackle dackle bull crap.
on top of it all,
I'm out here
that's
trying to
being a
hold this
woman,
thing
bro.
together.
That's being a woman, bro. So the petitioners are, they're there, and they consist of wool merchants who don't have no sheep, butchers who don't got no meat, lowborn don't got everything, don't got anything. They're frustrated with the highborn, and they've been ignoring their needs for so long, and so she's just like she listens, and she's making some suggestions, but they're just like, yeah, we got to think about that before they let them into the Kingswood.
And during that time, you could see she's missing her. She needs a Grey Worm. She needs a Jorah Mormont. She needs a Sabaristan standing next to her, because she's sitting there talking to this lady who is technically a brothel, a madam, talking about they're hoarding the wheat and stuff like that, and cut her off.
Exactly.
While she was talking.
Exactly. Nobody was there to be like, yo,
whoa,
chill when you're talking to her. You are speaking to her grace.
You're speaking to her grace.
Corlys was just standing there. He didn't even stop him.
Nope.
Anyway, it is basically just goes to show you the disrespect that they're basically allowing, so the queen to endure what they would never let her father, or probably even Aegon, have to even bother to have to listen to this. But anyway, right. They're in a small council meeting. Daemon states, that it's not he's saying that it's not the highborn's fault, basically, that the lowborn are having to have woes, basically. And Rhaenyra is just like trying to, keep the realm together, because also she does know that some of this is also her doing, because she wanted to basically squeeze the greens to make the people turn against them, which worked. Period. So, but she has to basically bear the, having to fix it. So Rhaenyra asks, what Baela found while she was out there, and she says that she hasn't seen nothing except for Sunfire's body, who is dead and decaying. So Sunfire is dead, right? So
hypothetically speaking, yes. And Baelor only saw him from the back of a dragon high up in the air. So
okay.
They see the body laying there.
She saw the body. She saw the body. Although they said dead and decaying. So I mean, hey, it is what it is. Until we see it, until we know it, until we see a body, we don't know if it's dead.
We ain't seen nobody. We ain't seen no silent sisters.
Exactly. So, but still hasn't seen Vhagar. Still hasn't seen Sheepstealer. So she says, send Adam with her to go check. So it's basically, that she sends them back out to go check for him. So she and Daemon knights basically the dragon seeds off the White, Hugh the Hammer, and Adam of Hull. And they swear fealty to her until death.
And poor Adam,
they swore.
He really Adam was like, oh, she about to say it. She about to say
Valerian.
Oh.
Nope. Because basically... she was just like, how are you styling yourself? Basically, what do you call yourself? And he says, Ulf was like, Targaryen.
Absolutely not.
He's just like, slow down, homeboy. Slow down.
Absolutely not.
Try again.
That won't happen.
White, off of White.
That works.
Off the White. There you go.
That works.
You the Hammer. Okay.
Off the White it is. You the Hammer. And Adam Valerian. No, can't do that either. Hall. Adam Hall.
Hall. He's like Hall. All right, so Alicent comes basically to make a request for her father's bones to be sent to Old Town, and Rhaenyra grants her request. Is like it's simple enough basically. But then she stops her and asks her, "Was it this hard to rule?" And I'm just like, "We're not going to sit down and."
I didn't like that at all. That's another
have tea with each other, son. I'm just like, bro, she caused this. Are you going to draw a line in the sand or not, bro? Are you going to anyway? It's like we said,
not your friend.
She's not your friend. She caused this. And anyway, but so basically, Rhaenyra decides to throw a banquet. and she invites all the loyalists that stayed in the city, basically. And then when she basically, she invites them there, she welcomes them all there and tells them, oh, the meal is served, and they sit down, and all the 70 people come out and bring out a plate that has a cooked rat with gruel on top of gruel of what I don't know what that is that was sitting on top of. Basically, it was like rat on top of spinach, basically. And they're just like, what is this? And she's like, this is what my people have been eating for the past who knows how long, while y'all have been storing all the foods in your storehouses. And they're just like, I mean, but and she's like, yeah, it's okay. Listen, all your houses are being run through right now by the Kingsmen.
That was a very Cersei-like moment for her, and I was proud of her for that one, yo. I was very proud of her for making a stand somewhere.
Classic. Exactly.
Make a stand.
Because it's one thing for me to squeeze the city. It's another thing for y'all to basically, try to hoard food just for yourselves while other people starved. So
the lady said, wait a minute. You're robbing us.
You're robbing us. That's wild, son. That's wild. And she left very pleased with herself, bro. So basically she informs them that the Gold Cloaks are searching all of their homes, and will be bringing everything everything that they find to the keep to be redistributed out to the poor. So, but I'm sure though, at the same time, she made some enemies there. I'm sure she made some enemies there. And so, but on her way out, she meets Sir Tywin Manderly. I think that's how you say Tywin Manderly
in yes. Walking Dead.
Yes, Dan Fogler. I funny enough, you say Walking Dead. My first thing I remember him from is Fanboy, and from Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them. I love him. He's a great actor. Most recently, he starred in the show, the series on Paramount on how they made The Godfather. He played he played what's the director's name? Francis Ford Coppola. Okay. Great show. He was great in it. When I saw him, I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I don't care how many serious scenes we see with him, but I'm going to enjoy every single one that I see. But so I'm glad he made an appearance. He basically congratulated her on, what she did there basically. And she tells him that, your home will be visited as well. He tells her that the people will remember that it was her blockade that actually caused the food scarce. And she tells him that, oh, well, my memory is very long also, bro. Come get some if you want some.
Come get some.
Come get some. I got time. I got time. So as the soldiers pass out the food that they have seized, Rhaenyra tells Daemon that she needs him to fly to the Vale. That the lady of the Vale basically promised her swords, but she'll take money. She'll take money instead, bro.
Hey,
I feel it.
Who is in the Vale that Daemon's gonna run into?
Sheepstealer and Rhaena, possibly. Hopefully, because basically wasn't Sheepstealer, which I forgot the name of the person who was supposed to ride the Sheepstealer. It was another dragon seed. Nettles, right? Didn't he bring her into the fold for a bit, or didn't she?
And in the book, him and Nettles actually ends up having an affair.
Interesting, yeah. But isn't that his daughter?
But now that's his daughter, so that's a whole different dynamic.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. He might meet her. Okay, so that's gonna be very interesting.
Maybe he made because in the book he has an affair with Nettles, and he actually ends up protecting her and sending her away. Right. So he could still do that with his daughter because she is after the person who killed her son.
She is. That's gonna be very interesting on how that plays out. So, but so basically he tells her this will only keep the people for short term, basically. And and that she should use her strength with the 6 dragons to basically go and conquer and take their riches, basically to be the gods and to be the gods that they're supposed to be and fulfill the dream of old Valyria. But so they have a little quick conversation. He wants her to basically just be a conqueror and take what they need, and she's just like she can't use the nuclear button, son. You can't use the nuclear button just to solve all their problems. And that's not what her father would have did. And he's just like, yeah, your father was a good man.
Meaning your father was a sucker. He denounced his dragon and he didn't want to ride his dragon.
Exactly. So he was a sucker for doing that. Plain and simple. Giving up a dragon, you wildin', bro. So he leaves, but he also reminds her, you need to kill Daron. But he leaves.
Don't forget the boy gotta die.
Don't forget the boy gotta die. So in his room, basically, in his room, she goes to Daron's room, and she's standing there watching him as he sleeps, and just looking at some stuff basically that he's whittling. He's whittling a bird out of some wood. And the next day, she rides in a wagon with Smithseria to go and help them pass out food to the people. And the people are cheering her name. That she's actually is trying to meet some of the needs of people. You know what I mean? She's doing something. She can't feed them all, but she's doing something at least to show that she's trying. So the people basically receive her very well for that. And then back at the keep, she meets up with Corlys in the middle of in the hall as she comes back in. And I'm just like, oh, here we go. So he says, my son, you raised him to be a knight, but you called him Hull instead of Valyrian. I mean, I thought you was going to handle that. You know what I mean? And she's like, well, I can't really do that because, with my sons, the whole thing with my sons, basically, I can't, with everything being not so solid yet, I can't raise another lowborn to be a highborn. And he's just like, yo, all your sons are bastards.
And
all your sons are bastards.
His brother lost his head behind that, and he still said it. His brother lost his head. And he was like, he didn't say all. He said, Jason's a bastard, Lucy's a bastard, and Joffrey is a bastard.
Every last one.
So what are we talking about here?
So your sons could basically be raised, you know what I'm saying? So your sons could be raised as bastards, but my son, but you would not deny my children. You know what I'm saying? After all that I've done for you, I lost my wife for you. My house is burning right now. And this is all I asked of you. And you can't do that.
Yeah, it's
Another
so
one
much
bites the dust.
foreshadowing going on. Like,
yes.
That's going to come to head.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to come to a head.
He just said something that her dad said anybody who says it will lose their tongue. And Daemon carried out that sentence.
He said it out loud in front of everybody in the middle of the courtyard.
The King's Guard, the City Watch commander.
Yes.
Who is quote unquote now her commander for King's Guard by himself.
By himself. Exactly. There's other people standing around in the background. Don't act like y'all didn't hear it too. Plain and simple. So he didn't care. I don't got nothing else to lose.
I got nothing else to lose. All I got is my name, and I'm asking you to pass my name on, and you won't do that?
I don't even have a house. I don't even have a house to give him. All I want to do is give him my name. Anyway, so again, she goes to Alicent. And she informs her that, hey, I have your son. Instead of just killing the kid, she basically goes and tells her, hey, I have your son. I've had him for 2 days. And, he's going to stay here. And I'm going to send him to the wall to take the black. And Alicent, and Alicent, tries to, woe is me, my child. Should I be happy? Should I thank you for that? Ugh. Anyway, so when Alicent asks if she could see him, fine. So, Rhaenyra's talking to him for a second, like, you're not gonna say nothing? Look at me. You don't want to look at me. You know what's going on? I bring his mother in. Yeah, I'm done with him. I'm done with him. So Allison comes in and looking at him like, who the fuck is this? Hey, yo.
Because in the past season, when they did show him, he had the Hightower hair.
He had brown hair.
Brown hair. He had the Hightower hair.
Whole ass time, dog. Whole ass time. It's
Aegon and Aemon had the target, and Helena.
Right.
He had the brown hair. That's why she knew it wasn't her son right off the rip.
She was like, that ain't mine. And Rhaenyra and Daemon, they ain't never seen this kid before. Ain't nobody ever seen this kid before. He been with the Hightowers since he was a baby. The hell? So he's an imposter. They said him an imposter. And then later a dragon keeper comes in to come and speak with the queen and tells her that the Hightowers have taken Tumbleton and stole the dragon back.
And I'm sorry to cut you off, right?
No, go ahead.
So they took Tumbleton, right?
Right.
Earlier on in the show, Hugh the Hammer told her that his wife went to Tumbleton to stay with his brother.
Right. That's another.
So
that's a part that
foreshadowing.
I remember. Yeah.
Of what's going to happen between the dragon seeds and Rhaenyra.
And now, and basically, you know, and she basically she just basically said they will burn. They will burn. And the dragon keeper actually tells her, but there are children and women and children in there too. And she looks like, I don't give a fuck. She looked like I don't care. But I completely forgot about that part where Hugh the Hammer was just like, all right, well, now that I'm a knight, you know, you said that you will provide, you know, housing for me. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm going to put you and your wife up and whatever, basically. And she's like, yeah, just go ahead and go get your wife. And she's like, oh, she left because there was nothing here for her. So she went to Tumbleton.
Misstep after misstep after misstep.
I blame you, Allison. No. I blame you, Otto. It was Otto. This is all on Otto. I don't care.
All Otto.
It's all on Otto because
by sending his 11-year-old daughter to go comfort a king,
a grown ass man, an old ass man,
a grown old man,
a grown old man.
Yeah. Go keep him company.
Keep him company. Oof. All right. Okay, Epstein.
So hold tight, right?
Yeah.
But I blame Rhaenyra. You know why I blame Rhaenyra?
Go ahead.
You gave these lowborn dudes nuclear weapons. And you ain't making sure they happy? They are holding on to nuclear weapons.
They should have been the first ones you took care of.
They are very important. All three of them.
I mean, it was the reason why in the first place, Jace was like, you can't give these dudes dragons? Are you crazy?
What are they going to do?
Who are these people? You
just obey you?
People off the street? You just give people off the street dragons? Like, that's cool. Go ahead. All right, yo, hold on to this AR for me, yo. I mean, it's all good. Don't nobody else got guns? But you go ahead and hold that for me. Wildin'. So that was
all you had to do was give Hugh a house. Off the White don't deserve the name Targaryen, but at least treat him better.
Don't treat him better. Let him stay in the keep.
And you could have gave Adam that name, Valerian.
Adam would have been fine.
Adam would have served him to the death if you gave him that name, yo.
His father, his brothers, they would have served her till they died. Plain and simple. All he needed was a name. Hugh, all he needed was a house and for his family to be safe.
Just a house.
Off, you could have just treated it. Just basically all you needed to do was fly off out. Off just wanted to be flew out somewhere.
Or kill him.
Or kill him.
Or kill him.
I say off, that's probably the best way to go deal with off. But at the same time, I mean, hey, now that you got the red keep, you don't need off like that. He can basically another person, you can find somebody else to basically claim that dragon. Mm-hmm. But hey, We're going to see. It's going to be very, very interesting how it turns out in the next episode, man. So, but hey, that was the end of episode 3. I think it was a very interesting episode. Basically just introducing, just becoming, it's just like probably what Robert Baratheon would have had to encounter if he didn't have Tywin Lannister and Jon Arryn there to assist him. But at the same time, when Robert Baratheon took the crown, they were flush with money. They were flush with money, period. They had all the money and all the coffers were completely full in the Targaryen's treasury, basically. So money solves a lot of issues. But basically, Robert Baratheon started making it rain on the whole entire realm, basically. So that was how he got into his trouble. But basically, that's not what happened. They stole the money.
Stole it.
Like a pyramid scheme. They stole that money. And I was like, yo, I mean,
Loras is no joke.
No joke.
Was
that also, Loras who decided to do that, or was that Otto? Otto didn't do that?
Oh no, Tywin Lannister did it.
So now I'm just saying, like, whose plan was that though?
I think it was like Strong and the Lannister guy.
And Strong and the Lannister.
Yeah.
Did they like? I'm like, I don't remember them talking about that in season 2. But basically, maybe they did. Maybe they just basically covering it in season 3 because in the books you probably would have had that built into the story. But hey,
correct.
All right, we're gonna see how that basically unfolds, guy. But thank you so much for being with us, Ju Jams. I really appreciate you for joining me for this breakdown, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for being here with us, man. Everyone out there, thank you so much for joining us for this breakdown of episode 3. Please be back here next Sunday for us as we break down episode 4. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that notification button so you know when we go live. Also, please take care of yourselves, take care of one another, be a part of your community, everybody, please, and do your civic duty. And may you always find water and shade. Peace out, people.
Peace.